be loved. All in for some more of anything that comes along. Oh, forever high above, the kind of feeling of letting go and go free falling, living on top of the world. Blue skies and nights, winds never keeping track of time. Sonic skin driving and all I can breathe is you, so I all in for this ride. We won't last, but I will be alright as long as I know I'm with you. Oh, forever summer high, I know that we'll be fine. Letting go and go free falling, living on top of the world. Blue skies and nights, winds never keeping track of time. Sun and skin driving and all I can breathe is you, so I'm jumping, all in for this ride.
Hello, 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 successful women. All right, we are live. Hi to VIPs. How are you? If you're watching the replay, put us a comment in there right now just so that we know you stopped by. And hi to all the YouTube watchers. Say hello to us in the comments as well. Tell us where you're watching from today. I love seeing where everybody's coming from. I think we all love that. And how's everything going in your business? How's the beginning of the year treating you? What is going on? Like, what's going well, right? What are your wins? Like, what's happening that's going really well in your business? And then also, what do you need help with? Because maybe there's lots of us here that have freebies that can really start to move the needle in your business, and we can hook you up with some freebies. So let us know what the issues are as well, okay? Now, I'm also wondering, who else is celebrating St. Patty's Day this month, I should say, but also this week, right? I'm from the Boston area. So St. Patty's Day, Irish culture is like huge around here, right? Big parties, there's parades and everything else. I'm wearing all my dorky green shirts this week. I've been at my kids' school, running the school book fair this week, and I'm just a total nerd every single day, and it's amazing. So are you Irish, or do you pretend to be Irish around St. Patrick's Day? Drop a shamrock in the comments if you do, okay? Everyone say hi to Paige. Paige is in the comments as well with an Amazon gift card for an active viewer today. And today our guest trainer is Michelle Mashiri. She is bringing us her training, and I love the title of this training, and I can't wait to hear what she has to say. Using color energy matching as a tool to bring back the sassy vibe. Hello. So let me bring on Michelle.
Hi, Katie. And
hey,
thank
Michelle.
you.
How are you?
I am fabulous.
All right.
I actually had forgotten that it's wait, now I can't speak. St. Patrick's Day. The green that
Yep.
that I guess I kind of like missed that a bit. So,
yeah.
But interesting where I'm at. It was Flag Day a couple of days ago, actually on Saturday, and I'm in Saudi Arabia, and green is our color here too.
Oh, cool. So you're green anyways.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, I will give you some time to get your training in, and thank you so much for hanging with us.
Well, thank you so much for having me. So, hello, my name is Michelle Mashiri from Lavender Dreams. And as Katie said, the name of my training is using color energy matching to bring back your sassy vibe. I'll start off by explaining what sassy means. The word sassy means being bold, audacious, lively. So, and bringing a sassy vibe back means bringing you back. If you're, I like to use colors to help me reduce stress. So that's how I came up with using color energy matching. In case you didn't know, colors actually have frequency. Not all the colors have a frequency. So sometimes when I started doing some research, I noticed that I'm wearing my favorite color, that I felt calm and happy when I wore my favorite color. And then it just so happens that if we are using so if you wear a particular color, you're basically tapping into that frequency, and colors have a colors have symbolism. So, for example, Katie was talking about the color green. For most people, I guess in Boston, it represents the Irish shamrock, represents growth, nature, and sometimes it can also talk about having money, but it can also be green with envy. So that's the negative. I guess you could say the negative energy. If you're feeling envious, we say you're green with envy, and if you were talking about money, you have that green, and so that's what the purpose of the color energy matching, to bring back your sassy vibe. That means to help you cope with uh, dealing with your stress. So I really like using color therapy as one of the methods I use to deal with stress, and that's one of the things I do with my clients as a confidence coach. So, and I also work with my clients to help them find the ideal colors, because as I have found that colors have meaning. For example, last year I kept being drawn to the color. I wanted to dye my hair blonde, and blonde is yellow, which means sunshine, optimism. And my hairdresser at that time was kept telling me no, because I had been dyeing my hair red for I think the last 20 years. So I basically had to stop dyeing my hair. Then we had to strip the color, and every time I went, she's like, "No, no, no. We'll just use you. You stay being red. You stay being a redhead. It suits your color tone." But I really felt drawn to being a blonde. One thing I did notice is once I dyed my hair blonde, but I went through the brassy blonde. Then finally I got it to the platinum blonde. Right now I'm growing my hair out, so I'm braiding it so just to let it relax. But once I dyed my hair blonde, I just got really sassy. I became bolder. So I that's when I really started gotten drawn into using the colors. A few weeks ago, I worked with a client who kept saying that she kept being drawn to the color bronze. She wanted to dye her hair bronze, so we did a color visualization, and from what she expressed throughout the visualization, she was being drawn to making a change, and just the visualize the color energy matching visualization helped her realize what steps that she needed to take. So that's another way that you can use color energy matching, especially if you're being drawn to a particular color. Once you know what frequency the color has, if it's a color that has frequency, and you can, the symbolism behind it, you can actually sit and plan out how you can incorporate that color, and it can help you make some uh, decisions, or not like make decisions based on the color, but it has symbolism behind why you might be drawn to that color. So I'm just going to briefly go through a few of the colors and what those colors represent, and the frequencies that those colors have, and how you can incorporate those colors into your life. You noticed I am wearing my favorite color, which is purple. And for me, purple, uh, purple means royalty, and I do like to call myself, AKA, the sassy queen. So if I'm feeling a bit stressed, I like to wear purple, and then I feel calmer. And I've also incorporated purple into pieces in my wardrobe. So in the days I want to feel a little more confident, I wear purple. So if you have a particular color that you like, you can do that. Or you can also use colors to help you feel calm when you're feeling stressed. If you just start thinking about it, like the color of the sun, it's yellow. Yellow represents joy and happiness and optimism. So if you're feeling a bit down, we just come out from winter. So one of the things I really like to do is go outside and make sure that um, I wake up, I open my windows or I open the blinds and I let in the light. The natural light makes me feel happier. So you can incorporate yellows if you're feeling down, or you can visualize yourself being surrounded by the color yellow, or you can incorporate the color yellow. One of my friends was actually she was having trouble eating healthy and said she started using a yellow plate to help her eat the fruits and vegetables. And she said she found that it made her feel less pressured because she's making the efforts to start eating healthy. And by having a yellow plate, because it's a bright color, she felt happy. And then she was able to enjoy the fruits that she was trying to eat more of because she wants to improve her diet. So to go back to the brief information on the colors, red is usually associated with danger, but that can be a power color. So if you want to feel powerful, you can wear red. I think if you think of if you wear a red dress, you might feel sexy. Red lipstick, you feel very sophisticated. If you start thinking about how you feel when you wear certain colors, that could be a way to incorporate how you use colors in your daily life. The color blue, I think if you think of something, the color blue or wearing something blue represents calmness and trust. As I mentioned before, green, it's to do with nature, health, and sometimes envy. Yellow represents optimism. And purple, also creativity, luxury, and mystery. Orange is very energetic, enthusiastic. Black, uh, it represents mystery and power. So if you think about if you're going out for your first date, you might put on the little black dress, and I think it also gives women that feeling of confidence. So if you have a cute black dress and you have on your red lipstick, then you have on your black heels, you are feeling sexy, and that red lipstick is giving you confidence. And white, it represents clarity and purity, and gold, success and achievement. Silver, grace and sophistication. So if you have gray hair, which is silver, we always say that gray represents wisdom. And pink, it is a shade of romance and gentleness and femininity. As I think we all associate the color pink with being very feminine, and gray, sophistication and formality. Those are just a few of the colors and what they represent. So how you can use um, the energy of the colors, as I mentioned, you think of how you feel maybe when you wear your favorite color. So if you're feeling a bit stressed out, you might have your favorite lipstick in your favorite shade. Yeah, I'm wearing my favorite purple. I have my nails painted purple. I have uh, my favorite pink lipstick, and sometimes I might wear my favorite pink eyeshadow, and I'm feeling very creative, and it's my favorite color, so I feel a bit calmer. If I'm feeling a bit stressed, I like to envision myself in a place that's yellow, or I go outside. If it's gray and cloudy outside, I imagine myself being enveloped in yellow. And sometimes I've noticed that if I'm feeling like I need a bit of that power boost, I'll wear something that's red. And so that's how you can use color energy matching to bring back your sassy self. And bringing back your sassy vibe means that you are finding positive ways to help you deal with stress. And that's what the program Flow into Love is about. Flow into love with yourself with pink. That means you flow into love with yourself by tapping into your femininity, and you can do that by having a color color energy matching session and with me, which is usually an hour, and then you get a color energy matching report, and you get access to the stress coping mechanism workbook, the bring back the sassy journal, and the take out for you journal book, which are steps on how you can get to know yourself better, and color energy matching is one of the chapters that is mentioned in the book. So that is what color energy matching is. And remember that I said that bringing back the sassy means you are coming back to yourself by so that you can be bold, audacious, and lively. And this has been Michelle from Lavender Dreams.
Hi. Sorry, my mouse wasn't working for a second. Sorry about that. Thank you so
No, it's
much,
okay.
Michelle. That was awesome. And is that the fact that your favorite color is purple, does that have something to do with your name of your business, Lavender Dreams, or is it lavender like the scent, or is it both maybe?
It's everything. The story behind the lavender. Lavender means lavender for me is, well, the name of my sorry. Um, about 6 years ago, I just knew that I wanted to do something. I didn't know what it was, and I just said to myself, "Dream. How will I know you'll get? Dream. How will I know when you get here?" Because I felt like I had a dream and I didn't know what it was, and I heard myself. I heard dream answer. You will know me by the color.
So cool. I love
And
that.
then when I was registering my company, I was like, color, lavender, and lavender is my favorite scent. And then I started doing research. Biblically, lavender was used as an anointing oil, and in the Hebrew, um, oil being anointed means you're smeared, so you're able to escape.
Okay.
So that
Cool.
means, okay, like in the Middle East, the sheep they eat they eat leaves from the thorny bushes, so that the shepherds had to smear them with oil so the wool wouldn't get caught in the thorns.
Okay.
So so I I it's the name of the company is Anointed Dreams. So I'm anointed to help you bring your dreams to life.
That's
That's how.
awesome. No, I love that. I love that. That's such a cool story. I love that so much. That's
Thank
great.
you.
And then you have your link. We put your link in the video description if anyone wants to check out what you do, because I think this is super, super interesting. And it's not something that people really think about until somebody brings it to their attention. You should see all the comments. We're all like, oh my gosh, this color and
Oh,
that color. And whatever.
I'm gonna have to go in and answer some of the comments. Actually, yeah, because I wrote the book "Take a Moment Out for You" just before it was in 2019, in November of 2019, and it was one of the chapters. So color energy matching is something that I do with my clients in
Yeah.
my one-to-one program. But this one lady kept asking. I said, okay, I'll do a session with you. And then I was in a class with Araldi, and I said, oh, I think I'm gonna actually take this out because I'm finding it's really pulling me, that because the minute you start talking about colors, and they're like, oh, I like this color. I just met someone on not on Sunday, on Friday, and he's very tall, handsome, dark man, and he's like, I like to wear white. And I said, then my friend is like, oh, do you know that she's a color therapy coach? I said, okay, calm down. And he's like, what does white mean? I said, it means clarity and purity. And he actually said himself, I like to wear white because I think it brings attention to my face.
Yeah.
And if I wear dark colors, I feel like I blend in. So I was like, okay, so um, just knowing what your favorite color is and what you and what the frequency is,
Yeah.
it's really it's interesting because basically you're just tapping into how you feel. So you're tapping into that feeling you have, and so you're not, if you're feeling a bit stressed, maybe you put on like you're saying, you're wearing green because it's St. Patrick's Day, and
Mhm.
you're celebrating being Irish, or whether you're real or fake Irish,
I'm
and
real Irish.
okay, no, I'm just saying you're celebrating the fact that you're Irish, so it represents that. Because like here, when it's National Day, everybody wears green, and there's so much
Yes.
green everywhere, and it's like I said, I told the story about how I dyed my hair and
Yeah.
I went blonde.
Yep.
I just the sassy queen just woke
Just
up, and
came
it's
out.
like
Yep.
and it's like then I started doing my own hair. Like I started bleaching my own hair. Then I went to the salon, and she's like, who did your hair? I'm like, I did it, because I watched her for 2 months, but
Oh my
she wasn't getting it the
God.
color that I wanted. And
Yeah.
but so now I just okay, I'm just gonna leave it alone. And the minute I stop, because I bleach my hair every 2 months, my hair is growing so fast, and it's now really black. But before it wasn't black, so I was like, oh, so I had to bleach my hair for
Right.
the dark crease to come in.
So cool. All right. Well, thank you. Make sure you check out Michelle's link. And thank you so much for hanging out with us. And I know it's late there, so go to bed.
Okay, thank you, Katie.
Have a good night.
Okay, you too. Bye bye.
Ah, such interesting things. This is one of the reasons why I love doing these lives and inviting a guest, because you get such a different perspective on what everybody does. Because, like, this is stuff that, you wouldn't, sometimes you wouldn't even think about it, or you wouldn't have time to look into it. So it's great that we have so many people that do so many different things. This is just so fun every single week. Okay. So, what I want to talk to you guys about today, right? And I mentioned in my live earlier that this may be upsetting to some of the mindset coaches, but it's kind of like why a lot of us think affirmations, just straight affirmations, are junk, and what to do instead. Okay. And not that they're total junk, but basically this is for you if your affirmation strategy is not working, because straight affirmations did not work for me either. Okay. When I first started using affirmations, I felt like stupid. Even though I was saying the words, in the back of my mind, I was thinking, no, right? It didn't matter how many times I said, I was so happy and grateful to have a six-figure business, right? The brain gap between the affirmation and my reality was just so big. I just couldn't make myself believe it. And then last year, I found an alternative to the traditional affirmation practice that completely changed my way of thinking. So instead of fighting against the beliefs in my head, this new way of practicing affirmations kind of stimulated my brain and put my subconscious mind to work for me, instead of allowing it to keep saying no, no, no and holding me back. Right. And now that I actually do run a six-figure global business, while I won't say this new practice is the only reason why, let's be honest. I mean, you have to put in the work, right? But I will say the strategy that I'm sharing today, it's going to stimulate your brain and ignite the motivation and the problem solving skills that you need to hit any goal you set, okay? And you may still be a little skeptical, but I believe it. So let's get into it. But really quick, if you're new here, I just want to introduce myself. I'm Katie Fairhurst, and I'm the admin of Successful Women Building Generational Wealth. And I want to welcome you here to Lunch Break Live. And if you're new here on YouTube, you may want to hit like and subscribe because we do these free trainings every single week, okay? And also, if you're interested in being featured on Lunch Break Live and having all of this exposure for your business, please reach out to me and we can discuss, okay? Now, like I said, this might ruffle a few feathers for the mindset coaches out there, but it's okay. I'm hoping maybe if you're not using this new way of doing affirmations, it may give you a different perspective on ways that you can help your clients that are still struggling, okay? And you've probably read a self-help book or listened to coaches about affirmations. And affirmation is positive self-talk, which has you affirm what you want versus what you don't want in your life, okay? In other words, an affirmation is a statement of something you want to be true, right? You're affirming an action that you want to take. And this sounds great in theory, but here's the problem. For most of us, our minds almost immediately say, that's not true. Okay, here's an example. And this is the same example that my coaches taught me. Let's say that you have a son who wants to be a really good baseball player, but he's never actually hit the ball. Okay. He wants to be able to hit the ball when he comes up to the bat, but he doesn't believe that he can actually swing and hit the ball because he's never done it before, right? And being a great parent, you say, hey, try this, repeat it over and over again. I hit the ball, I hit the ball, I hit the ball. And he said, but mom, I can't hit the ball. There's no way. I've tried. I can't do it. I've never hit the ball with a bat in my whole life. Right? And then it's his turn to go up to bat, and either he doesn't take the swing at all, or he swings so tentatively and fearfully because he doesn't believe he can actually do it. All right? So what happens next is he doesn't get a hit, and that reaffirms his belief that he can't hit the ball. Right? His desire is to hit the ball, but he doesn't believe he can do it. So he swings tentatively, if at all. So his result is no hit. Okay. So what if instead of the ball being pitched to him, the ball was teed up? Okay. It was put on the tee. He'd be more likely to believe he could hit the ball, right? And that he could swing for the fence, right? So here's the formula, right? And I had to get really clear on what I wanted, right? The outcome that I desired, and then built my belief, right? Because with belief comes confidence, which leads to bold action, which leads to results, okay? The key is to create that same level of belief when swinging at a pitch as he would if the ball was teed up. And it doesn't matter if we're talking about baseball or health and wellness or money issues or business issues, relationship issues, right? If we don't believe we can do something or obtain something or take an action that we have not successfully taken in the past, affirming does not change the outcome for most of us. So the solution came to me through my coaches who introduced me to affirmations. All right. An author named Noah St. John totally flipped them from using teaching affirmations to using and teaching affirmations to their students. And this is what has totally worked for someone like me. So an affirmation is still positive self-talk, but that's about as far as the similarities go, because an affirmation is a question instead of affirming something that your mind knows is not really true. All right. And let me give you some examples to start to introduce you to this. Why is it so easy for me to attract my ideal clients on social media? Why are so many people responding to my Instagram stories? Why am I selling my health and wellness products every single day? Why did I just have a $5,000 month? Why do I have a thriving six-figure business? Why do I love waking up and working on my business every single day? Or in your hypothetical son's case, Why am I able to hit the ball each time it's pitched to me? The human brain is naturally wired to answer questions. So when you ask it a question, it can't help but go and look for the answer. So with affirmations, you're trying to trick your mind into believing something is true when it clearly is not true. But with affirmations, you're asking what needs to happen in order to make your desire a reality. Okay. Now, don't we already do this every day with like disempowering thoughts? Like, how many times have you asked yourself, why don't I have any money? Like, why am I fat? Why can't I do this? Right? When we ask ourselves these questions, our subconscious goes to work finding the answer and it keeps us stuck. That's just how the brain works, okay? This is why I teach my students to use a lot of questions in their content, right? Because they naturally want to be answered. Now, put your subconscious to work finding answers that serve you and not stop you. So, first decide what you want. Okay, then write your desires in question format as if they're already true. And then read your affirmations every day. Maybe even record yourself reading them and listen to them like over and over again if you're more of that kind of learner. Okay. You could also take a look at your goals, like your business goals, and ask how you can rewrite them in question form as affirmations, right? Now, saying them out loud is good, but actually like write them down, because there's nothing more powerful than seeing your goals and affirmations in your own handwriting. It's all up here, okay? This could be part of a great journaling strategy. Don't we always want new ideas for journaling? If you feel like affirmations are not working for you, maybe try affirmations for 3 months, and I'm willing to bet you will never go back to the old way of doing affirmations, okay? As you write out these affirmations, you're probably going to have a lot of questions that come up that you'll need answered, okay? And that's how this is how you get the ball rolling, okay? Like, why is it so easy for me to attract my perfect customers on social media, right? Why are people buying from me every day? Why have I been able to grow my business to 6 figures with ease? All right, these are a lot of the questions that I asked myself after learning this in the earliest days of building my business, right? And when I started, I had no clue how to become a brand or create a sales funnel or how to do email marketing, right? Like I said before, you definitely have to put in the work, but affirmations can help you find the pieces of that puzzle. Okay. So if you want to see my step-by-step method I use to build my personal brand and coaching business, as well as some free action steps that you can start today, check out the 6-Figure Biz in 6 weeks class that I have linked below. Inside, I share the 4 steps you should be taking if you want to grow a 6-figure biz that also allows you time freedom, because otherwise, what are we doing here, right? All right. Thank you, guys. That's it for today. Thanks again to Michelle for her training. Make sure you check out her link as well and learn all about color therapy. And I will see you guys next time.